Hi everybody, my name is Geoffrey. I'm a trainer with Capelle. I became a trainer because I believe in touching lives and transforming organizations. I once read what Albert Einstein said, do not strive to become a person of success, rather be a person of value. What can I do to add value to my participants as they come to my workshop? That is something that I feel is very important.
So in a while's time, I'm going to invite you to lower the helium stick from this level all the way down to the ground. Your job is very simple. Each person, one index finger, put underneath the helium stick, and then lower it down all the way to the ground. There's one simple rule, and the rule is this: only one index finger at all times underneath the helium stick. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Just go down, no need to go up. No. Okay. We bring up again. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay,
Please do not hold the stick parallel to the ground.
Okay. 1, 2, 3,
No, our side is not going down. They are down already, we are not down.
Down. Lower.
The ground was our desired state. We were originally up here, the current state. We want to bring it from here all the way down to the ground. So what were some of the words that you hear throughout the whole activity? Down, right? By shouting, thank you very much. By perpetually shouting down, does it bring it down? Yeah, in fact, it brings it up. So there are actually two forces that is at play here. One force that is bringing it towards our desired state. We call them the helping force. There's another force that is pushing it up, so to speak. We call them the hindering force. So what does it take to be successful? More hindering force or more helping force? Helping force, right? So, what creative solutions were suggested and were they well implemented? What were some interesting solutions that you came up with?
I shout like 1, 2, 3 down.
Yeah. Some form of synchronization. Someone said in sync just now. So how do we get in sync? How do we get some form of synchronization? So 1, 2, 3 out, 1, 2, 3. In my previous workshops, someone came up with another idea. The person dished out his mobile phone. So the helium stick is here. He put it somewhere around here. And he said, 1, 2, 3, everybody move to this level. Okay, 1, 2, 3, down. Then he move it lower a bit. 1, 2, 3, down. Because when the human eyes can see the goal, it becomes a bit easier to envision. Question: did anyone in the group deliberately push the stick up? That I want to sabo Geoffrey. I purposely want to push it up. Anyone? No, right? So do you think your intentions was good? Yes. Yes, you got good intention, but it did not accomplish just by your good intention. You need something else. You need a lot of other things. You need to remove this. So I'm going to invite you to think for a short while. If you have only a chance at a magic wand that I'm going to give you, and this magic wand can either remove all the hindering force or strengthen the helping force, which one would you use it on? This one is a headwind. So the aeroplane want to take off. Tailwind. What might be some of the headwind, some of the tailwind that you may expect to experience when you want to implement cybersecurity at your workplace? there is training and education and awareness, they'll be very glad to send for training, and the government has got subsidy even for this type of training as well. Government regulations, government push and government initiative, and I think the government is really behind this altogether. Let's look at this side, headwind. Inconvenience to the work process. Very painful. I need to go to another laptop just to access to internet. Service delay, because of that, there's service delay. All right, resources, people, money, and time. So this is called headwind, and this is called tailwind. Now, this particular concept here is what we call a very generic concept in terms of force field analysis. So this particular format is slightly different from here. So here what you do is, whatever comes to your mind, you just tell me. It's not clustered. Whereas this is what we call a systemic approach to it. So once I take all your different answers here and I cluster it, there's one last one. Increase awareness. Do you agree, people? Yes? So this is what we call clustering, to give what we call a systemic approach to the whole force field analysis. So we are talking about this thing called a stakeholder analysis. So let's look back at our cybersecurity example again. Who are some of the stakeholders? Do you think Singaporeans on the average will be a stakeholder in it in terms of this? Whenever, say for example, SingHealth, that breach, it's not just about SingHealth. It's about the whole entire Singapore reputation. Because SingHealth is a huge organization, right? I mean, if it's a small SME organization got breached, okay. But if a big organization like SingHealth got breached, do you think as a nation, our reputation is at stake also? Yes? So the average person on the street might be one of the possible stakeholders in this case. So why do we need to identify stakeholders? Why do I need to identify who is the person who is lowering slower than the rest of us, that is so-called blocking our progress? So that we can adjust his speed or her speed to be in sync with us, so that all of us can move together. So that is why when you sit down and think about change management, you will need to ask yourself, who is affected in this whole entire change management?
Indeed, adding value is a very key issue. So what I'm talking about is not just about content in the workshop. Those you can find in the internet. What else can I do to add value to their lives? One of the key things I want them to do is to have learning activities and learning insight. And through these learning insights, they'll be able to personalize their learning so that they can bring it back to their workplace and apply it to their workplace.